Still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears.
Set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Second and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Bears nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bears. First and 10 at the 37.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check 99. Check 99. Whip, 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 whip. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Left twist. Nike, 18. Check 26. Check 18. Pioneer.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. In your face.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on
So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
Right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I think we're going to see more. And that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Derrick Henry.
At the 28.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down.
That's the time I shoot that 3 point. Time I shoot that 3 run. That's the way it goes on him.
Inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He was looking for Alberto. Alberto Cuebunam was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Jackson. The left side completion to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. For what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there. On that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And able to get this out to the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one. You're still the guy because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And goal to go.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now Jones, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the silver and black continue to roll.
It is good.
And he knocks it through.
The score, Raiders 44, Bears nothing.
One nigga's on a 6-game streak, bro, man. I'm about to look at the nigga right now.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Play shot in the paint beast.
Y'all playing twos?
I'm gonna hop on that.